Safeco Field coming off that big win last night, ending the 7-game losing streak. And Kyle Seager swinging the bat with authority, did so last night with 4 RBIs. Our Banner Bank building to the future. Very impressive, Mr. Seager. Look what happened in the first 14 games. The last 10, he's on fire.
Well, I think if you look at Kyle overall, even the first 14 games, hitting at a 255 clip, and now he's gotten hot. The main thing for Kyle is I think he's been consistent day in and day out for this lineup and wherever Eric has put him. But he has a game plan. He sticks to his game plan. He's committed to it, and it pays off for him on a daily basis. I think Kyle, as you look at all the young hitters in the lineup, probably he is the most polished out of the group. And I don't think this is anything that's going to stop him. Do I think he's going to hit 361 this year? No. But I think he's going to be consistently good all year to where Eric Wedge can really count on him and knows what he's going to get out of him on a daily basis. He's really been a lot of fun to watch.
Yes, he has. He's really locked himself into the good graces of the skipper and Mariner Nation, to be sure. Let's get more with Jen Mueller.
As you talk about his approach at the plate, and that has led to 9 RBI in the last 4 games. That's the most by a Mariner since Raul Ibanez did that in 2008. Now that's impressive, but even more impressive, the fact that all 4 of his RBI last night came with 2 outs in the inning. That, however, does not surprise Eric Wedge.
When you look at Kyle and the way he hangs in there with ABs, you know, he's a smart young hitter, and he gives himself a chance with every at bat. So when he fights through an AB, ultimately he's going to put himself in a position to succeed. And I think that's what you saw with that AB.
Seager now leads the team with 16 RBI. We will see if he has a few more in him tonight to back Hector Noacea. He is on the mound tonight. It is part of our Lexus pitching matchup. And Eric Wedge says that Hector has been much more consistent the last 2 times out. Nick Blackburn is looking for his first win of the season as a Twin. So we've got some game action around the corner, but first it's a chance to flashback, turn back the clock to last night. Angie Mentink will help relive Felix's fantastic performance.
Seattle Mariners Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Banner Bank. Better ideas, better banking. By CenturyLink. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, inviting you to a spectacular evening with the incomparable Anita Baker, June 22nd. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. And the Mariners are in a position to take the series against the Twins because of the amazing night of Felix Hernandez last night. Dave Valley checks in from the pen. And Dave, Denard Span had that one hit. It was that kind of night. Makes you think, well, what could have been. But he was absolutely fantastic last night.
And I think so many people here at the ballpark felt like Felix Hernandez had no-hit stuff last night. You got that sense early in the ballgame. The Kings Court, they're passing out the turkey leg. Everybody's getting a good rip off of that thing. And Felix started ripping off the K's. He ends up with 9 strikeouts. Last night was like so many other nights that we've seen from Felix. All 3 pitches are working. The Kings Court was working overtime down there. He had the good fastball. He was throwing past people, a phenomenal slider, and that great changeup last night that he was throwing about 87 miles an hour with about 1.5 feet of movement. This Minnesota Twins team, they've been struggling offensively, but last night it really just was no fair with Felix out there on the mound. Unfortunately, he ended up with 107 pitches after 8 innings, and Eric Wedge decided, you know, let's just shut him down for that final inning. But what a tremendous performance, putting his team in a position to take the series here this afternoon.
Yeah, let Steve Delabars, let somebody else get a little bit of work. All right, Dave, thank you very much. Felix Hernandez, over his last 5 starts, an ERA of .95. Tonight, it's going to be tonight, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's today, folks. Hector Noesi on the mound, making his first start against the Twins.
It's always a thrill to get a clear vista for Mount Rainier here in Seattle. It's that kind of day, everybody. Happy Sunday. And it's Little League Day here at the ballpark at Safeco Field as we get ready for the Mariners and the Twins. And a lot of love for Kyle Seager, 4 RBI last night from Jesus Montero. Just about everybody who roots for the Mariners feels the same way. Welcome inside Safeco Field. Today, it's the rubber match, the Twins and the Mariners. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers with you. Glad to have you with us on this glorious Sunday afternoon. Let's take a look at the starting lineup For the Minnesota Twins, who are struggling, they go against Hector Noesi.
Thank you, Dave. And for the Twins, leading things off, it'll be Denard Span. He was the one hitter that got a base hit off of Felix last night. Then it's Carroll, Maurer, Willingham, Domet, Parmalee, Valencia. Komatsu back in the lineup again. He's hitting eighth. Casilla, the second baseman, hits ninth. Numbers for Noesi on the year. High ERA for him. Yep, he's been inconsistent. 23 innings, 10 walks. He wants to stay away from that 13 strikeouts. He's given up 5 home runs this year.
We are ready to go. Love that sunshine. First pitch. In there for a called strike, called by Mike Everett. Paul Schreiber at first base. Tim Welke, the umpire, at second, and Lance Diaz at third.
Hector Noesi, a good fastball. Goes a two-seamer. It'll be 92 to 94 miles an hour. Great changeup. And he'll also mix in his slider. Key for him, commanding his fastball. That's been the inconsistent part of his game this year. And he worked ahead of the hitters.
1-1 to Span. Look out. Span got a 4th inning leadoff hit last night against Felix Hernandez. Got one through the infield into right field after Felix had retired the first 9 men in a row. And this is a good time for the Mariners to jump all over these Twins. They've been shut out 3 times in the last 4 starts and accumulated just 9 hits the last 4 games. Swing and a miss. Span's gone. Nice changeup.
Take a look at this pitch from Noesi. That's the good changeup that we were talking about. You can see the bottom falling out of it, running off the outside corner. Take a look at the defense behind him. The carpet left. Saunders out in center field. Ichiro, he's been hot. He's back in right field. And on the infield today, Kyle Seager, big hero in last night's game. Ryan and Ackley up the middle. Justin Smoke, your first baseman. And John Jaso will do the catching this afternoon.
Jamie Carroll looks at strike one. Jamie will be moving into part-time duty starting tomorrow when Twins go back to Minneapolis. They have called up Ryan Dozier. He's going to be their everyday shortstop, their minor league player of the year. Youngster, and Jamie Carroll at 38, still picking it cleanly, but not providing a lot of offense right now. 1-1. Winning sure does solve a lot of things, doesn't it? I mean, the ballpark felt like
everything is better.
It was lifted on a cloud coming in today. Into right field. It splits the difference between Ackley and Ichiro. Base hit.
Well, I think for the Mariners, a little jam shot off the bat of Carroll, dumps it into right field. But I think for the Mariners right now, Noesi, can he build off of what Felix was able to do last night? The hitters, can the rest of them jump on to what Kyle Seager had done last night? I love the job that Ackley did yesterday. He was on base 3 times in the leadoff spot, a couple of walks and a base hit. Just trying to build on something now. That's what you want to do, and that's how you get a winning streak, get things going in the other direction.
Noesi wants to get back to where he was in that second start. His first here at home, 14th of April. Went 8 innings, beating Oakland 4-0. Here's Joe Mauer. Mauer in his first game behind the dish in about a week. Fouled a ball off his left knee in Kansas City. He's doing the catching today.
Dave, you were talking about the Twins and their struggles, especially lately. Certainly doesn't help having Morneau go on the disabled list now. Again, they lose Kadire, who's with the Rockies, Kubel, who's with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Guys who are in the middle of their lineup, they're not available to him anymore, and they're trying to pick up the pieces. And they think Dozier, the young man you were talking about, the shortstop, they like him a lot. I was talking to Roy Smalley. He said that they really like him. I had a great spring for him. So he's going to come up and play every day, hopefully help their offense out a little bit.
Yeah, you had a look there at Scott Ulger running the ball club with Ron Gardenhire attending his daughter's graduation this weekend. Yeah, that and a couple of trades. I mean, Delman Young, they wound up trading him, and the Santana trade. They have not reaped much, if anything, out of that. So this is a team that was a perennial playoff participant coming out of the Central Division. Hard times right now. 3-0. On deck, Josh Willingham. Field double play depth. Noesi sets. 3-1. Runner goes. Taken for a strike. Throw down to second. Got it. Nice throw by John Jaso. And a great grab down there to apply the tag by Ackley.
Take a look at our Coors Light freeze cam. Jaso again getting the start behind the plate today, but take a look at the work from Ackley. He gets the short hop, able to pick it clean, and then keeps the glove there. A lot of times the infielders, their glove will automatically come up trying to catch the ball, but he keeps it there and is able to put the tag on Carroll to get the out.
It's off the fist of Mauer, fouled back. So John Jaso now 1 out of 3 against base stealers. Rare start for John behind the dish. It's the second time he's had a start. His catcher's done a lot of pinch hitting and DH.
Take a look at the footwork. John Jaso gets rid of it quickly.
Two outs. Full count to Joe Mauer.
Ninth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Noesi working away from Mauer. Probably a good idea when you talk about their lineup and the struggles. He's one of the guys you want to stay away from.
Three-two pitch one more time. Slice down the line, slicing away, and it gets foul.
It looks like it hit the wall.
Saunders shading towards left center against Mauer. Do it again, 3-2. Struck him out. Good start for Hector Noesi. With the help of John Jaso throwing out Jamie Carroll 1-2-3 inning. And the Mariners coming to bat. A good beginning for Hector Noesi. Strikes out a fine hitter, Joe Mauer, here to end the top of the first. Second strikeout for Noesi. Take a look at the Chevron lineups of the Mariners.
Leading things off, it'll be Dustin Ackley. Then it's Brendan Ryan, Ichiro. Jesus Montero, the DH today. He will hit cleanup. Kyle Seager, batting average up to 297 now. Then it's John Jaso, Smoke, Carp, and Saunders will hit ninth.
Nick Blackburn on the mound for Minnesota. Tough go for him. 0-3 at 6.64 ERA. Lost 4 straight on the road, dating back to last season.
His fastball will be 88 to 90 miles an hour. Likes to sink it. A lot of two-seamers off the edge of the plate. He'll mix in a changeup and a slider.
3-0. No run support. Ervin Santana. How about he's been shut out, I think, in every game he started so far. Blackburn not much better. Bruce Chen and Gavin Floyd all having their issues getting help. 4-pitch walk to Ackley.
Dustin was able to reach base 3 times last night. Walked twice. Got a base hit.
Brendan Ryan coming off a nice night last night. Hitting just $145. He tried to bunt in the 3rd inning. Wound up striking out. He did get down to sacrifice in the 6th. He said, I was going to bunt it with my face if I had to.
I don't doubt that.
He followed up with a sacrifice fly in the 7th inning.
At the time, that was a big at bat.
Yes, it was.
He was able to stay on a breaking ball and hit it deep into left center field. Pick up a run for Felix.
Eric Wedge talking about it before the game, said impressed with his maturity and professionalism. Says he's passionate. While he was saying he's passionate, he says, yeah, you can hear him right now in the clubhouse. He was laughing at something and just came up with had a delivery of Anthony Suzuki had a delivery of a samurai sword today, so they're all excited about that recent development. Something they had brought over Japan.
Defense for the Twins. Willingham in left. Span is in center field. Komatsu is out in right. And on the infield, Valencia, the 3rd baseman. Carroll and Casilla. They'll play up the middle. Parmalee, the 1st baseman. And Joe Mauer is behind the plate.
Strike 1. 2-1. White said he's excited about what he's seeing from Ryan in the cage. So when he does get that confidence back to where it needs to be, so he's going to be a good 2-hole hitter.
Well, I thought he did a really good job hitting second last year. He can do a lot of different things, as you mentioned, mixing a few more hits. He'll start to run a little bit more. That will help the club. He can steal some bases for you. But the main thing is to get his confidence back rolling again. Hopefully he'll have another good day today. Chris Chambliss working with him, trying to keep him back up the middle. Stay in the middle of the diamond. Give yourself a chance.
2-1's the count with Ackley at first base. Finds a hole, base hit. That's all it takes. Give me that 57 hopper for a base hit.
Hey, take anything you can get right now. Brendan Ryan, again the other night, getting a couple of hits. Last night, drops down a sacrifice bunt, gets a sac fly, and starts the game off with a base hit.
Ichiro having a good campaign here. He comes with runners at 1st and 2nd. Ichiro with 36 hits, tied for 2nd in the American League with Josh Hamilton and David Ortiz, behind Derek Jeter, who has 46. Ichiro coming off a nice night last night. 1 for 2, tripled in 2 runs. Blackburn not sharp. 2-0. Another interesting note about Ichiro, he is 101st all-time in hits. Harry Hooper's up next. Now the first baseman, booted by Parmalee, and Blackburn just gets there. Runners move up, gets the job done. Ichiro bidding for hit number 2465.
Productive out. See Parmalee probably going to go to second. I doubt that they would have turned the double play. But after dropping it, stays with the play and gets Ichiro at first. The Mariners have a 2nd and 3rd situation here in the 1st inning with Montero coming up.
Jesus DHing today.
Looks like they'll play the middle of the diamond back. Valencia starting to work his way back also. So ground ball should score a run for the Mariners.
Montero coming off a 1 for 4 last night. First time facing Blackburn. Mariners in good shape. Their cleanup man up. Honors at second and third and 1 out. So on our opening sequence, went up and gave Kyle Seager a kiss on the head, try to get some of that luck to rub off. See if it pays some dividends here.
Doesn't need a lot of it.
No, he doesn't.
He's hitting 289 coming into the game. Tied for the team lead in home runs. He has 4 with Kyle Seager, Michael Saunders.
Three for his last 8. He's got a 1-1 count. Down the line. There you go. Cha-ching! Ackley scores. Here comes Ryan. He scores, and Montero in the second. 2-0 Mariners. Fourth double of the season for Montero. RBIs 14 and 15. Early lead for the Mariners.
And it looks like he gets a 2-seam fastball running in on his hands. It's right on the inside corner. Hits it hard down the line. Valencia can't keep it on the infield. Take a look at our McDonald's Supermo. As Valencia, well, it actually hit the end of his glove. He almost came up with it.
Hottest hitter the Mariners have, Kyle Seager. Media was asking Eric Wedge put a handle on why he's having so much success. He said, well, he's one of the 9 guys we had invited back in January. He's worked on his core, worked on his strength. He's always had a good swing. He says the core is everything to these young guys, to any baseball player and any athlete.
I think, again, with Kyle, we saw his ability to hit and hit major league pitching last year. When he came back for the second time, I thought he really swung the bat well, but we didn't see the kind of power that we've seen out of him so far. But showing up in spring training, it was evident right away that he could drive the ball, was trying to turn on it a little bit more. So I think that there's definitely something to that, but give him a lot of credit. He worked hard at it.
Yes, he
paid
did.
off for him.
Wedge talking about him being stronger, more flexible. See those results at third base and at bat. This is not a player in between, and you know I don't like players in between. They really hack me off. 1-2.
Well, I think that is true for Kyle, and we've seen that quite a bit with some of the younger guys, just in between pitches. And veterans can get that way too. But I think I like about him is it's something that we talk about all the time. He has a plan going into the game. He knows what the pitcher's going to throw, and he's committed to his plan. He doesn't get away from it, and I think that's the reason why he has some success.
3-2 is the count with John Jaso on deck. Walk, a base hit, productive out by Ichiro, 2-run double by Montero. Payoff to Seager. There's a drive to right field. It's going to stay in the yard. It's going to be extra bases off the fence. Montero scores. Seager will shut it down a third of the way. So he doesn't get extra bases. He does get an RBI. And the Mariners do lead 3-0 here in the first.
A 6-pitch at bat for Kyle Seager. You see they want to go away. The pitch ends up in the middle of the plate. Kyle makes Nick Blackburn pay for it. Rifling I thought was going to be a double. Good play by Camacho, the right fielder for the Twins, to get it back in quickly. Seager was about, I guess halfway to second base. Blackburn lucky to get that ball back. If he elevates it at all, he hits it out of here.
So I think we now have seen the beginning of a daily ritual. Montero going over to Seager and kissing the top of his head.
Yeah, it worked for both of them, didn't it?
Rick Anderson, pitching coach, an early visit in an early 3-0 Mariners lead. Been a tough go for the Minnesota pitching staff. Worst ERA in the American League, 5.69. Here's Jaso. Homer, 6 RBIs, part-time player, 320 batting average. Strike one. 6 men to the plate, 1 out, 3 runs in. Outside. One to Jaso with Justin Smoke on deck. How brilliant was Felix last night? That was just outstanding. Gave up just 1 hit in 8 innings. Outside.
I was going back to drive home last night, just kind of replaying the game. I came up with, if you want to say that Span hit the base hit hard, it was a legitimate base hit, a real base hit. But the only other ball I can even think of that was hit hard off him, if you take a look at those numbers, those last 4 starts, was a line drive back to him by Joe Mauer in the first inning that Felix ended up catching. Other than that, I don't think they squared him up at all.
It's a left field for Willingham, battling the sun. 2 outs. That's a good point. I'm looking here. Usually I'll put down, the guy hits it hard with a hard line drive. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Sure, a lot of strikeouts down there. He had 9 of them. And you can feel it too. I mean, Felix at the top of his game. Then you add a struggling team offensively.
Oh, he put it on his shoulders. Yeah, he had that look in his eye the minute he took the mound yesterday.
Especially after Smoke looks at a strike. Now losing that game 3-2 on Friday night.
Yeah, he goes 8 innings and gives up 1 run.
Smoke. I said, what's it like playing behind Felix? He said, man, it is awesome. Felix, the nicest guy in the world, just a lot of fun. He says game day, and he gets out on the mound, forget it. So intense. 2 outs, 0-2 to Smoke. Popped it up. Carroll shielding against the sun. Makes a good 2-handed catch. That'll do it for the Mariners. A productive first inning, and again, Kyle Seager checks in with an RBI. Mariners have a 3-0 lead after 1. Seattle looking for a last-minute gift from Mom. Well, head to any of the 5 Mariners team store locations for a great Mother's Day sale going on right now. You're going to save 25 to 50% off select caps, apparels, souvenirs, and more for Mom. Sale ends Sunday, May 13th. So Hector Noesi staked to an early 3-0 lead. He'll face Josh Willingham, Ryan Doumit, Chris Parmalee. 4, 5, and 6 here for the Twins.
Noesi was impressive in the first inning. Comes out, gets a couple of strikeouts. Carroll ended up with a base hit, was thrown out trying to steal, but the base hit was a jam shot into right field. Now the Mariners come out and score him 3 runs. You would expect him to be aggressive with his fastball in the strike zone. I think that's something that Eric Wedge and Carl Willis will keep an eye on with him. He has a tendency at times to pitch off the edges of the plate, and I think with his stuff, he's 94 with a good run on his fastball, great changeup. He can afford to be a little more aggressive, I think, especially early in the game.
Willingham on a 1-0-2 pitch reaches out, pops one to center field for Saunders. 1 out. Mariners have held Willingham in check. He's the most productive offensive player that Minnesota has. One out, that'll bring up switch hitter, the DH today, Ryan Doumit. Strike 1 to Doumit. Been a struggle for him. Emblematic of what's been bothering the Minnesota ball club. Doumit 0 for his last 11. Folding.
He has a great changeup going here early in the game today. I think it's his best pitch. He's able to throw his fastball, keep the hitters honest. You're going to see a lot of swings like the one that Ryan just put on that last changeup. I don't think they're recognizing it at all.
Foul back. Today, May 6th. Happy birthday wishes to number 24, W.H. Mays, Willie Mays, 81 today.
Happy birthday, Willie Mays.
1-2.
Ryan Doumit, graduate of Moses Lake High School. Northwest kid, good to see him.
2-2.
Good pitch.
One of 3 kids, 1999, up this way. Top draft choices. On deck, Chris Parmalee. About straight back. Just joining us, Mariners great start in the first inning. Ackley walked, Ryan base hit to left. Ichiro moved him up with a ground ball to the pull side. Montero a 2-run double. Seager an RBI single. 3-0. Degrees here, breezy at Safeco Field. Flags in left field blowing in. Time called.
10th pitch of the at bat coming up.
This badly, and his first walk for Noesi. Well, that one on. I'll bring up Chris Parmelee, the first baseman. Parmelee 0 for 3 last night, 1 for 4 on Friday night. Twins rallied for a 3-2 victory. First game of this series behind Carl Pavano. And Felix dominated last night to even it up at 1-1. Infield double play depth. Popped it up. Here Ryan says he has it. 2 outs. And that'll bring up Danny Valencia, third baseman for the Twins. 0 for 7 in these first 2 games. Had a great crowd last night, 28,437. Looks like similar numbers will be attained today. It's the outside corner for strike 1. Ichiro right there. He walks 1 and doesn't have to pay the piper here in the second inning. 3-0 Mariners. Things off here in the bottom of the second inning. Carp, Saunders, and Ackley 8-9-1 against Nick Blackburn. Little League day here at the ballpark. Carp, high fly ball, deep right field. Bye-bye! Home run, Mike Carp. Carpy's first of the year. What a great sight that is. Mariners have a 4-0 lead.
Great to have Mike Carp back in the lineup. Off to a little bit of a slow start. Only 15 at-bats coming up. This is 16th at-bat, but not any doubt about this one. He has this ball way back into the seats, jumping on the first pitch. Take a look at it. It's like a breaking ball. It's right below the cafe out in right field.
.374 feet. Mike Carp. This guy's had a chance to catch it. He had it right in his hands.
All
And
right.
he did.
Good play.
He
Way to
hung
stay
on.
with it. Yeah.
And to hang with him. Boy.
Would have been impressive if he caught it cleanly on the first one, but I'm impressed with the fact that he was able to stay with the play.
Yeah, he didn't quit. But get a card, gets the ball on TV. Your phone's going to blow up. Everybody's going to be calling this. Saunders on a 3-1 count. And all you little leaguers here in the ballpark, you notice the young man stayed with it and caught it with 2 hands. Ranging to his left is Casilla. Throws out Saunders. Let's check in with Angie Menting.
Guys, the Detroit Tigers are headed to Safeco Field next, but first they had to wrap up their 3-game set with the White Sox. Bottom of the third, score tied at 1. That is until Prince Fielder belts a solo blast right field. It's his 4th home run of the season. Tigers come to Seattle on a winning note. Final score 3-1 in our Sterling Bank score. Dave?
All right, Angie, thank you. And we'll see Doug Fister, former Mariner. He'll be on the mound tomorrow for Detroit. I know Doug will be pretty fired up for that one. He'll be opposed by Blake Bevan. One out, a run in on the Carp home run. 2-0 to Ackman.
Tigers coming to town and throwing some good pitching at the Mariners. Doug can always be tough. And you have Justin Verlander Tuesday night. Kevin Millwood also going in that one. Then Drew Smiley. I'm looking forward to seeing Drew Smiley pitch. Left-hander to a good start. His ERA of 1.61.
Strike 2 to Ackman. I believe last year at least once Mariners was only to 1 trip. Ackley takes a call at third strike. He was surprised by that one. I remember the Mariners ran Verlander here last year, right? The Mariners beat him. I think got him into the 5th or 6th.
There, they seem to swing the bats well.
They did get him in Detroit, and I distinctly remember that one.
He had a
I'm
tough
pretty
time.
sure. Yeah, I remember they got him here. What a year that kid had last year. MVP, Cy Young Award. 2 outs. Here's Ryan. Breaking ball for strike. That is out of play. Carp's home run. These are Mariners 27 here in game number 30. He started today 8th in the American League in home runs. Inside to Ryan, ball 2 strikes. th home run given up by Minnesota pitching. 1-2. Could not hold. He's gone. Ryan strikes out. Good inning though for the Mariners. Leadoff home run by Mike Carp extends the Mariner lead to 4-0. Little League Day here at Safeco Field. I've seen some early fireworks. 3-run first, the Mike Karp home run in the second. Third inning starts here with Eric Komatsu, the right fielder. Shows bunt, takes a strike. Coming over from St. Louis.
He's so far off to a good start. What you want to see? 8 batters, 7 first pitch strikes, 26 strikes out of the 36 pitches he has thrown. All good signs for him.
Go back to what you talked about too, about being aggressive. Get good stuff. Use it.
So many young pitchers, they feel like they have to live on the edges, and sometimes you just have to trust the stuff that you have, and I think that's been the message to Noesi. But convincing him of it is another thing. But you have to have some success. There's a good pitch.
Yes, it is. Good enough to get Komatsu looking. Third strikeout for Noesi. 1 out here in the third. Let's visit our AT&T trivia question. Who immediately preceded Gaylord Perry as a member of the 300-win club? And listen to these names: Lefty Grove, Robert Moses, Lefty Grove, Early Wynn, Tom Seaver, George Thomas, and Don Sutton. Perry won number 300 30 years ago today. Complete game win over the Yankees at the Kingdom. Slapped into left field. Trouble. Foul by about less than a foot off the bat of Casilla.
I remember the last time I saw somebody break out the Butcher Boy. Fake the bunt and slap at it. It's almost a swinging bunt, trying to do it on purpose. Get the third baseman charging.
It's an effective play.
Gaylord Perry.
Saw him in Arizona. He was saw him with Bert Campaneris, Jim Mudcat Grant. Ground ball to the second baseman, Ackley. 2 outs.
I'll go with Don Sutton.
The Pen, easily one of the more popular places in Seattle, and especially obviously on game day. Doing a great business out there. 2 outs here in the Minnesota third. You're going to go with who now?
I'm going to go with Don Sutton.
Don Sutton.
Yeah. Right. How about you?
I'm going to go 30 years ago. I'm going to go with George Thomas Seaver. I believe it was Seaver beating the Yankees. He was with the White Sox, beat the Yankees at the stadium. Number 300. Top of the order here, Span. And 30 years ago sounds right. Fan results.
They're with you. They're going with Tom Seaver.
Tom producing wine these days, got a vineyard. I believe in the Sonoma Valley. He was here a couple of years ago for the Hutch Award dinner. I want to say 09. Ball 2 strikes to Span. Top of the third. 2 outs. Nobody on. Mariners have a 4-0 lead. Scored each of the first 2 innings for the Mariners starter Hector Noesi. 1-2. Ryan can't get it. Tried to climb that ladder. Base hit for Span. Second hit for Minnesota. Carroll, Jamie Carroll has the first hit. Jamie's going to stand in right now.
I think that gives Span a lot of credit. Good pitch from Noesi. The pitch is down in the zone as you see Brendan Ryan trying to snag the line drive. The Span staying with it. Gets himself a base hit.
Span 3 out of 5 in base stealing. Jaso's thrown out Carroll. First time he's gunned down a runner this season. His second start for John Jaso behind the plate. Ball one. Montero's doubled in two. Seager singled in a run, and a Carp home run for the 4 Mariner runs so far. Fouled into the glove and out of the glove of Jason. 1-1.
Jason picked the ball up, throws it at Noesi right when the home plate umpire Mike Everett throws the ball at him. Take a look at this pitch. The ball didn't hit the dirt, so I can understand why Jason would just pick it up and throw it back out to the mound. But there you go, both of them flipping it out there.
Jason looked behind him like there was a third guy. One on one the count. Okay. Two and one, Span at first, decent lead. 2-2.
Jason catching today, and Montero the DH. Kawasaki was out catching a bullpen this morning. He had Millwood out in the bullpen.
Yes, he
getting
did.
his work in. So he'll be the emergency guy. I'm talking about it when we were on the road down in Tampa. He was out blocking balls, trying to get himself to where there's Miguel Olivo. Good to see him out at the ballpark today. But he was working out there. I have to say, it looks a little bit strange seeing him with all that gear on.
Tell you what, nobody works harder before the game, as Wedge calls him, a power shagger. Out in the outfield, he took ground balls at third, short, and second, along with Alex Liddy. But Greg Wedge said, Jeff, that's teaching him just enough so he can defend himself back there.
Well, that's the biggest thing. You don't want to see him get hurt.
2-2. Two outs, one on. A 4-0 Mariner lead, top of the third. Pitch number 5 coming here. Full count out of Carroll. Joe Mauer is on deck. Three and two. Smoke backs off. Span runs. Pitch. Popped up. Short center field for Saunders. And Noesi. Nice inning. Gives up just the base hit. No harm done. Through 3, it's a 2.5. It's a 4-0 Mariner lead. The rubber match in this weekend series with the Twins. Ichiro will lead it off here in the home third, followed by Montero and Seager. 3-4-5 against Nick Blackburn. Ichiro with a productive out first inning. Had runners at first and second, nobody out. Pulled the ball on the right side, moved the runners up, and they scored on the Montero double. Blackburn. Tough going here, 0-3, a 6.64 ERA. Lost 4 consecutive road games dating back to last season. He's behind 3-0.
Yeah, you can see his fastball's 88 miles an hour. That's below what the guys are used to seeing. And unless he has pinpoint accuracy, hitting the corners and able to move his two-seamer a little bit more, he's going to be in trouble, Dave. He just doesn't have enough to pitch in the middle of the plate and get away with a bunch of 3-1 counts.
Back into this now, 3-2 with Ichiro. And Ichiro's aboard with a walk. Second walk. Let's revisit our AT&T trivia question, which was who immediately preceded Gaylord Perry as a member of the 300 Win Club. Mike went with Don Sutton. I went with Tom Seaver. Survey says, and the fans, well, it was Early Win. My goodness, I'd forgotten that gap. Look at that, 1963. Seaver didn't win number 300 till 85. Early Win. Some of his great quotes. I've got a right to knock down anybody holding a bat. Here's a line drive, left field. Willingham, that ball's sinking, but he stays with it.
I think it's a great name for a pitcher, Early Win.
And his last win was exactly 300 wins.
I thought it was interesting looking at that list to see the three guys in 85 get their 300th win in the same year. That's
right.
You have Seaver, Negro, and Sutton all in 85.
Good list.
Yeah.
Early Win. Would you throw at your mother? Well, only if she was digging in. There's Kyle Seager. 3-2 pitch last time up. Single to right. 0-1.
With that base hit, Kyle has his batting average up to 304 now. 17 RBI, leads the club. Tied for the club lead in home runs. I believe he's leading the team in doubles. I think he and Saunders, right, both have 8. Almost got Ichiro leaning. He looked like he was going to go.
Ichiro's not run a lot this year, just 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Now to Seager.
51 pitches for Blackburn. 26 balls, 25 strikes. Those are not the splits that's going to have any type of success for him. 14 batters faced, just 5 first pitch strikes. You're right, Dave. He has been struggling, and this is probably a big indicator of why. He just doesn't have the command we're used to seeing.
Scott Alger running the ball club. Rick Anderson on the right. Scott, third base coach. Managerial duties this weekend. Ron Gardenhire, daughter's graduation. Back in Minnesota. So here's Blackburn. In trouble again. See if the Mariners can jump on him. Seager's got a 3-0 count. Ichiro at first. And back-to-back walks. 2 walks in the last 3, beg your pardon. That's 3 walks for this early stages of this ball game. The Mariners have first and second, 1 out. Forget cubicles and conference rooms and make plans to spend the second half of your workday at Safeco Field Wednesday, May 23rd. U.S. Bank Mariners Matinee Special, 12:40 start time. Make sure you put it on your calendar. You'll see the Mariners and the Rangers May 23rd. Get your tickets, Mariners.com. 1 out, 2 on for the Mariners. John Jaso, light out the left. And that's in the base hit. Ichiro into right field for a base hit. Ichiro had to make sure it did not get caught. Nice diving effort by Casilla.
Now there's nothing that Ichiro could do about this one. It looked like Casilla might make the catch as he dives for the line drive off the bat of John Jaso. And with 1 out, you have to make sure it's just out of his reach. Ichiro, of course, able to get down the third, but not able to score on it.
The Mariners have him loaded up for Smoke.
We were talking about it the other day with an attitude base hit for Brendan Ryan. He'd like to see Justin Smoke come through with something here, get him going. He's been struggling.
Nice foul. Mariners have had 8 base runners so far, 4 hits, 4 walks, and 2 1/3 innings. Ichiro's at third, Seager at second, Jaso at first. 1 out. Two strikes to Smoke.
Amazes me with this game. Justin Smoke talking about his struggles as you see the 56 pitches from Blackburn, but he was in an 0-2 count his first time up, and here he is again in an 0-2 count. It seems like they had that guy, you know.
Yep.
Blackbird's out there, can't find the strike zone, and all of a sudden you're the one that's struggling. You end up with an 0-2 count.
Popped up short his first time up. Look at Matt Looper. Casilla got a bad start, and he recovers. Nice play.
McDonald's Supermo. As Casilla goes back, makes an adjustment. He'll also make the catch and get the ball in quickly, so the Mariners still with the bases loaded.
Carp's seen 1 pitch today, and he rode it out of here for his first home run. Strike 1.
Yeah, he gets a first pitch breaking ball, middle, and he just about hits the cafe in right field. Ball ends up right below it. Fine catch by the fan out in right field.
He's got an 0-1 count, bases loaded. Away, 1-1.
Anthony Swarzak in the Twins bullpen getting loose.
One to Carp. Into Mauer's glove. 1-2. There's Mr. Swarzak. We saw him last night. Pitched a third of an inning, gave up a hit, 3 runs. One, 2 to Carp. Takes it for a ball, 2-2. Two deliberate pitchers out here today, Nick Blackburn and Hector Noesa. 2-2. Popped it up. Taking a look, Mauer. No play. Got him loaded up for Carp. Ichiro at third. Seager's at second. And John Jaso at first. 2-2 count to Mike. 2 outs. Right on the ground to Carroll. They'll throw across. They get Carter. And the Mariners can't score in the third. They leave them loaded, but still enjoy a 4-0 lead.
Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Northern Quest Casino, Spokane's newest destination resort, and by your Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. As beautiful as that is, there is no place that I would rather be than right here at Safeco Field. Dave?
Good call, Angie. Thank you very much. Gorgeous day here to enjoy some baseball. Everything you could want. A Sunday afternoon. You got Little League Day. The kids having all kinds of fun. You take in a great panoramic view when you get here to the ballpark. Good stuff. Teaching little Johnny how to keep score. He's ready. He's got the poster. He got his juice bag.
He's ready to
glasses, styling.
That looks like a good day, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Top of the 4th. OSC facing Joe Mauer to lead it off. Strike 1 to Joe. It'll be Mauer, Willingham, and Doman, 3, 4, and 5. The Westies allowed no runs, 2 hits, struck out 3, walked 1. Taking a rollover on one act. He's over to smoke one down. 1 out here in the 4th. Take a look at the high-speed pitch brought to you by CenturyLink. Wesley at 94 and Blackburn at 91.
A couple of finals in the American League West. The Rangers lose at Cleveland 4-2.
Yu Darvish takes a loss 4-1.
How about the A's, though? They beat the Rays 9-5.
Kid's name Malone. Was that Vinny Malone? Is that his first name? Remember we saw him earlier in the year. Tommy Malone. That's right. 4-2. I'm thinking guy from a couple of years ago. Fly ball center field for Saunders. 2 outs. Wesley going right after him, and it's working. Follow the Mariners with the MLB.com at Bat 12 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, and Windows Mobile. Get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text it BAT to 31826 or visit Mariners.com for details. Got mine right in front of me right now. 2 outs. Brings up Ryan Doman, who walked his first time.
I'm told that Albert Pujols hit a home run today. Back in the lineup and hit a home run today.
Sat yesterday.
See his comment and quote. Ask the manager. I don't know why I'm not in the lineup. Seemed a little salty about it.
Yep.
Well, it seemed like it worked. Mike Scioscia sitting him down yesterday. He comes back today and he has a home run in the game.
Think of what is it? About 100 at bats. Are we up around 100 at bats right now?
Oh yeah, he was over 100.
Yeah. So He was last, I believe, of regular players in batting average in the American League starting today.
I believe it on base percentage also.
Yeah, he's hitting like a $198. Line drive off the bat of Ryan Doumit. 2-out single.
Solid base hit for Ryan. They want to go inside with the fastball. It runs back out over the plate, and he hits it hard in the left field.
Talking about Mr. Pujols today, goes 1 for 3 runs scored, 2 ribbies, holding at 198. Down low, Chris Parmelee, the first baseman. And hit by Doumit, the 3rd hit for Minnesota.
I'll go out on a limb and say that right after the All-Star break, that 198 will be far in the rearview mirror. He's not going to stay there and continue to struggle the way that he has. I don't see it happening.
I hear you. 298 or better. Bautista went 1 for 3 today. He's at a $184. Ditto for him. (2-0). Like he aimed that pitch. 3-0. We will see Minnesota again in August twice. They come here for a weekend series, 17, 18, 19 in August, and then the Mariners go to Minnesota for 4. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 27th through the 30th. So a walk issued, 4 pitches. Second walk by Noesky. 2 on, 2 outs. And Sleep Country USA bringing you the Mariners calendar. Tigers for 3 and then a travel day to New York, followed by 2 days, day and a half in Boston, 2 games there, day and a half at Cleveland, and then 3 in Colorado. And this was the final draft. This was the final draft of the schedule. Can you imagine what the first draft looked like?
You know how I feel about the 2-dayers. Ruins the packing.
Yeah, that's well put. No, I just thought, no, you got to put it back in. Manny Valencia fly to right. And he's going to fly to center here. Saunders will come in and get this one. Although Ryan is bidding, and Ryan is there, backed up by Saunders. So Noesky gets out of a 2-out, 2-on situation, 4-0. And my man is having a good day, isn't he?
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Enjoying a beautiful Sunday here at Safeco Field in Seattle. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are watching us. Little League Day. Team, the Orange Crush, yes. You can see them coming from a couple of miles away. Here's Michael Saunders to lead it off.
He says the kids, that's a good thing.
Yeah. They got front row seats in the upper deck. In a right field foul pole. This one popped up. Muncy gives chase, nothing doing there. Saunders, Ackley, and Ryan 9-1-2 here for the Mariners. Great start. First inning. 2-run double by Montero, Seager, and RBI single. And then Carp in the second, first pitch, leading off the inning. His first homer of the season and a 4-0 Mariners lead. Saunders is gone in 3 pitches.
In the 0-2 count, elevates a fastball, goes right to the top of the strike zone. Michael can't get to it.
Third strikeout for Blackburn. He's also walked 3, giving up 4 runs on 5 hits.
Dustin Ackley 0 for 1. He walked in his first at bat and was able to score a run.
Change up. 1-1. This is away. Well struck. Left center field. That's going to get down. Ackley digging for 2. He'll make an aggressive turn. He's going to go for it. He turned on the Jets and he's in with a triple. I'm going for 3. I don't care what you do. A triple for Ackley. Boy, he ran hard all the way. First triple of the season.
Well, it's his first triple of the season. It's one of the reasons why I thought he might get to double digit in triples this year. It's because of the way he comes out of the box. Anything in the gap, he takes off. And I've said it before, and I will say it again. He runs the bases probably better than any other Mariner. He cuts his corners great, and right there on a relay, a lot of times guys will shut it down. But he slides in. It's not even close. Don't see many triples going out to left center field.
Well, he put a good read on that coming into second base.
Yep. Play was in front of him. He just took off.
1 out. Ryan going to try to score it. Takes a strike.
Brendan had a sacrifice fly in last night's game. He's 1 for 2 today.
Oh, 1. Slicing fly ball, short right field. Komatsu makes a catch, tagging Ackley. Here he comes, and he scores. Ryan will pick up an RBI, and the Mariners got a 5-0 lead. Another sacrifice fly for Brendan Ryan.
It's a good diving catch by Komatsu. He comes up and fires to home, but you can see Dustin Ackley goes back. You have to give him a lot of credit for that run with the triple. Makes Brendan Ryan's job a lot easier by getting to third.
2 outs. RBI for Ryan, his 6th. 5-0. Oh, 2 to Ichiro. Rounded out the first and walked today. Oh, 2. Span coming over. Makes the play. That'll do it. Good inning, though. The Mariners pick up another run to make it a 5-0 lead. Lead as we go to the top of the 5th. Eric Komatsu, the right fielder, leading off. Alexi Casilla and Denard Span to follow 8-9-1 for Minnesota. Noesi giving up 3 hits, struck out 3, walked 2. Komatsu took a called 3rd strike his first time up.
I'd like to see him just stay aggressive with his fastball. His pitch count 66 pitches for him. .46 strikes.
Been aggressive like that game he had when he pitched against Oakland here back on April 14th. Saunders way over in left center. Carp shallow and left for Komatsu. 1-2. And
Perfect.
Michael's right there. Just comes in a couple of teeny-weeny steps. 1 out. Let's check in with Angie Minter.
Guys, right now the Mariners are chasing Oakland in the American League West Divisional standings. And today Oakland up against Tampa Bay. And in this one, top of the 3rd, Rays on top 4-2. A's with runners on 2nd and 3rd. Not anymore, though. Brandon Inge crushes a 3-run shot to left. And they take the lead with that home run and never look back. Final 9-5. Dave?
All right, good for Inge. Good guy. Long time with Detroit. Cut, matter of fact, the day we left Detroit last week.
Yep, that's right. Didn't take him long to find a job.
Ooh, I think he had a job by the time we got to the airport. Here's Casilla. There's a strike. 1-2. Casilla grounded out to Ackley his first time up. Swing and a foul tip caught by Jaso. Strikeout of Casilla. That's the 4th strikeout for Noesi. He's got 2 down here in the 5th.
He's had a couple of 3-pitch strikeouts today. Good breaking ball. Down and in. McDonald Supermo. Good chance to see the rotation of the ball coming out of his hand.
How much of a boon would it be to the Mariner Ball Club to have Noesi pitching like this on a consistent basis? Go with Felix. Vargas is throwing well. Evan popped up out of play.
Well, that's something that they'll continue to work with him, and that is to build off of the quality start. And I think those are the things they'll reinforce what we're talking about, Dave. Just staying aggressive, trust your stuff. Get him out and working in the bullpen so that he can repeat his delivery.
One to Denard Span. 1. Span with one of the 3 hits for Minnesota today. He had the only hit for the Twins last night. Two outs, nobody on. Saunders left center, shallow, same for Carp. Carp towards the line. Ryan, bare hand, a lot of spin on that one. He knew Span's a good runner. And that's why Brendan Ryan's in at shortstop every day, no matter what he's hitting. He is an outstanding shortstop. This is a fine play. Not too many shortstops have the nerve to make that play. 5-0 Mariners. How about this last play to end the top of the 5th by Brendan Ryan? Barehanded. A lot of English on it. And he knew he had to get rid of it quickly because Denard Span getting down that line. Nice play.
I thought it was great just to see him look it all the way into his bare hand, though, the concentration to watch it go all the way into the bare hand. And you're right. I don't think there are too many shortstops that would have had the nerve to even try to make that play.
Jesus Montero DHing today, followed by Seager and Jaso here in the home 5th. Breaking ball for strike 0-2. Montero 1-1 pitch in the first, couple of men on, doubled down the left field line. Second time up, he flied out to left. Bounces one down to Carroll. Kind of high, but coming down in time is Parmalee, the first baseman, 1 out.
Third baseman Kyle Seager.
Keeps up this hot streak. People will be going through the Bob Seger discography to come up with any kind of title from a Bob Seger song to lay on Kyle. One submission last night, Night Moves. Keeps going, Hollywood Nights can't be far behind.
Well, I think he's going to continue to hit. I don't think that'll be the problem. If they come up with enough songs.
Oh, there's plenty of songs there. Catmandu and Ramblin' Gamblin' Man. And there's a bunch of them. 2-1. Straight away and deep for Seager. 2-1 the count. Popped it up, playable. See, it puts the flip down glasses on. I don't see many guys wearing the old flip downs anymore. 2 outs.
You really don't. I liked them. Couldn't wear the glasses the entire time. It seemed strange for me, but more and more the guys are going to that. Rarely do you see the flip down.
Here's your. He's got some Oakleys on.
They do look cool, though.
Very. That's why we both wear them. Hey, bare hand catch. Guy has a cup of coffee in his right hand, reached up with his left hand and made the catch cleanly. Nicely done.
Figured if Brendan Ryan could do it, so can he. Couple of nice plays by the fans today.
And a home run by Carp. 0-2 to Jaso. All struck to right field. Camacho, well, you got a bad jump, and he makes the catch. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. We got 5 in the books here at Safeco. Mariners lead at 5-0.
Into the 6th inning here at Safeco Field. Mariners on top 5-0. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. And the Texas Rangers' Yu Darvish made his major league debut against the Mariners. And got off to a little bit of a slow start, but then since then he is not let up. Bottom of the 5th, Indians up 3-0. Jason Kipnis adds another shot on the board with a solo shot to right. It's his 5th home run of the season. Darvish only went 6 innings, but he struck out 11. Indians win it 4-2 the final. Dave?
Well, he has gotten rather comfortable, Mr. Darvish. Thank you, Angie. Mariners lead 5-0. Top of the 6th. Jamie Carroll, Joe Mauer, Josh Willingham. 2, 3, and 4 for the Twins. Strike to Carroll, 1-1. Noesi, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. Shutout baseball, giving up 3 hits.
77 pitches for Noesi. The performance of Felix Hernandez last night, I'm sure that Eric Wedge wouldn't mind if Noesi goes deep in this game, get his bullpen some rest before the Tigers come into town.
Then that road trip.
Mariners have an off day on Thursday to travel back east.
Yeah, it stays a 1-2. One-two pitch. Carp is right there. One out. First put out today for Mike. Brings up Joe Mauer. 0 for 2 today. Strikeout and a ground out to second. Pretty shot there. Concourse level. Strike one. Three-time batting champion and an MVP on his dossier. He'll finish up most of his career as a DH first baseman, don't you think? Given the toll it takes, catching takes, and he's starting to get into that age, 29, 30.
I think so. I think that you have to. You know, the Twins made a huge investment in him to keep him in Minnesota. And it'll be critical for them to keep his bat in the lineup. And that's just a tough position to play on a daily basis when you're in as, especially when you're as important as he is to their lineup, hitting every day.
Ball and 2 strikes. One out, nobody on. Fought that off, sent it to center field. Here comes Saunders fighting the sun, hanging in, makes the catch.
There you go. Look right up into that and see if you can find a baseball. The worst part about it is after you fight it, you see those little black spots for a little while.
Yeah,
you're trying to make your eyes adjust again.
Brutal. John Jaso even turned around to catch her. Sondo had to deal with it. What's going to happen to me if I get a pop up? There's Willingham, a couple of flyouts to center field.
And Mike does a pretty good job of shading his eyes and trying to turn his body a little bit to get a better angle. But sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. It gets up into the sun. It doesn't matter what you try to do. It's tough to pick it up.
We saw the one Torrey Hunter last year. We saw Ichiro last year at Game 3 of the Sunday game in Boston last year, first visit. It went up in the sun and it was like no chance.
It's a bad feeling too.
That nonsense I used to hear about. Now you're a professional ball player. You should be able to see it. If you can't see it, I don't care who you are. You're not going to catch it. Ryan throws out Willingham. Noesi, nice roll here for him as he's retired the last 7 men that he's faced. 5-0 Mariners. Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, you can try the new Chipotle Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. And by Ford, we are local. If you're enjoying your Sunday, the Mariners have a 5-0 lead, bottom of the 6th. Justin Smoak 0 for 2 today. Smoak, Carp, and Saunders 7, 8, 9 here for the Mariners. There you go. Base hit. Turned on a pitch and got it into right field for a base knock. Good for him.
Finally gets a pitch up, out, over the plate. Hits it hard.
He needed that. Broken 0 for 10.
Yeah, I thought he had a base hit when he first hit it, but then Parmalee, the fielders, I don't know why they try to catch it sometimes when you're struggling. They should just let it go. Just under his glove. That'll be a base hit for Justin Smoak.
Here's Carp. Mariners 3 in the first inning. 2-run double by Montero. Seager drove in a run with a single. Carp led off the second with a home run. Sacrifice fly Ryan in the 4th. And Wessie's got a 3-hit shutout working through 6.
I remember, I think it was in a 0 for 14 playing in Toronto. And I had a line drive base hit into right field. Feeling pretty good about myself, and I look up and Joe Carter charges, catches it on one hop, and fires a bullet to first, and I barely beat it out. I started screaming at him. I said, I needed that hit a lot worse than you need to make a highlight film. Easy out there. He was just laughing about it.
I've never met Joe, but I've always enjoyed watching him on TV over the years as a player.
Great
and
player.
Yeah, hell of a player, no question about it. Seemed like a really good guy, too.
He had fun when he was playing, and he was a good one. But I couldn't believe it. You just see the panic in my face.
We're about a third of the way.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Pretty much.
I was watching a game, and Frank Court did that to Beltran. Beltran did the same thing, started screaming at him, man. They looked, they just smiled at each other, but Beltran loaded. What are you doing? I saw Willie McGee hit Kurt Schilling in the helmet on that.
I've seen the replay of it.
I was doing that game. That was a B-net game on ESPN. Schilling, I got a base hit and going down, and Willie came up firing, hit him right in the helmet. Schilling never saw it coming. Two and two here to Carp. Full count. Bouncing ball to Casilla. Go to Carroll for 1. Parmalee for 2. Checking with Angie Mentink.
Guys, $240 million will buy you a lot. Just ask Albert Pujols, and you can also ask him. It will not buy you a home run through your first 110 at-bats with your new team. But the drought is finally over for the slugger. Had the day off yesterday, bottom of the 5th, and Albert Pujols gives Angel fans something they've been wanting to see all season long. A long ball, a 2-run blast, put the Angels up 4-1 right now. That's 4-3 in the bottom of the 7th. It's the difference maker right now against the Blue Jays. By the way, everybody kept cheering for him, guys, but he wouldn't come back out of the dugout for a curtain call.
Well, you know why? Because 2 nights ago he heard it from him. They booed him. There's been a lot of Philadelphia transplants out there. I'm told that Mr. Pujols heard it in his first at bat. Angel fans. 1-1 to Saunders. See to Michael. Round out the second strikeout today. right into the glove of Mauer. Saunders gone. Second time he struck out in as many at bats. Seventh inning coming up in a 5-0 Mariners lead. Such a pretty day here in Seattle. Look at the blue sky. All the other colors here at Mariner Baseball on this Sunday afternoon. 5-0 Mariners. 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth. And Hector Noesi, boy, when he's been good, he's been very good. 14 innings in 2 starts. He went against Oakland here back on the 14th of April. 14 innings, 8 hits, 9 Ks, no runs. And then on the flip side, it's not been pretty at Texas against the White Sox in Detroit. 17 hits, 5 Ks, and 17 runs allowed. 1-0 to Ryan Doumit. Well hit, deep right field. Ichiro back and going to watch it leave the yard. There goes the shutout, 5-1. Mariners, Doumit, home run number 2, RBI number 13. Got it on a 1-0 pitch. Second home run of the season.
Ryan Doumit, the only one having success. Papa Noesi, he's 2 for 2. Also has a walk, and he has this home run. I think this will be a good test here for Hector. We've seen him before when somebody hits his fastball hard, all of a sudden he'll get off of the fastball and try to stay away from it. That's a good sign. Come right back with the heater again, and nothing hurt there. Well, we've seen him when guys have turned his fastball around, all of a sudden he just wants to go change up breaking ball and doesn't want to throw his fastball anymore.
Parmalee, the hitter, is ahead of him 0-2. Doumit hit it 387 feet. 0-2. And J-Cell holds on. Parmalee's gone. Strikeout number 5 for Noesi. Spend less on your commute and more time relaxing with Sound Transit. Visit soundtransit.org for details. Left-hander Lucas Litke up and throwing. Danny Valencia is the hitter. 1.
Carl Willis is going to love his splits today. 93 pitches, 66 strikes, just 27 balls. 25 batters face 18 first pitch strikes.
What's the difference? Foul ball. They want to pound that strike zone.
Tough play. Wow.
Backhand, strong throw, 2 down for play Seager. Short hops of murder.
That was a great play. When you're at third, sometimes when the ball is hit right at you, it's tough, and you can see him trying to get low. An in-between hop. Does a great job of getting his glove low and working from the ground up. Is the reason why he's able to make that play. Almost catches it behind him. Of course, Kyle has a strong arm. Good play.
Of course, the super slow-mo makes it easy. You go down there and do it 600 frames per second, makes it look like, oh, we can do this. But when it's live, baby.
Well, when it was hit and the ball was probably, I don't know, 3/4 of the way down there, you could hear me say, uh-oh, because I've seen that too many times.
Yeah.
You get into that no man's land, it's a bad feeling, but he made a nice play.
Sometimes you feel like you want that Captain America shield down there, right?
Sometimes you do.
Two and one. Count to Komatsu was 0 for 2 today. Brian Dunsink is up and throwing for Minnesota. He pitched in the Friday night game, a scoreless inning with a strikeout. Did not go. 3 and 1. On deck is Alexi Casilla. Back on the strike. Full count. Payoff pitch. Lost him. Third walk. 2-out base runner. Run in on the home run by Domet. Extend your weekend one day further and make tomorrow at Safeco Field another evening out with BECU Family Night. Pick up select view level seats for only $10. For tomorrow's 7:10 matchup against the Tigers. For more info, visit mariners.com/specials. This way, strike one to Alexi Casilla, who's 0 for 2, ground out to second and a strikeout. So that run by Doman on the home run, a rare run scored for these Twins that have been shut out 3 of the last 4 games and had 9 hits in the last 4 games. Run on 4 hits here today. 1-1. On 2 strikes.
I think this will be the last inning for Noesi. He has 104 pitches now. Lucas, he should be ready to go. He is. He's pacing himself out in the pen. It's a great view for the fans out there getting a chance to watch the relievers get loose.
1-2 pitch to Casilla. Put it in play. Charge play for Seager. Bare hand. Stretch. Got him. Nice play. Kyle Seager. What a weekend he's having. 2 fine plays here in the 7th inning, and Hector Noesi turns in some good work, helped by this kind of defense. So Seager with a nice bare hand play. Ryan had done one earlier to the home 7th. 5-1 Mariners. Seventh inning stretch brought to you by Washington's Lottery and the Department of Imagination, encouraging you to imagine bigger when you play the lottery. Visit us on Facebook or tweet what you do to Twitter hashtag #IfIWon. Who knows? You might even see your tweet appear on TV during an upcoming game. Lots to like about this Sunday afternoon here in Seattle. Mariners have a 5-1 lead in the rubber match against the Twins. First of 2 visits for Minnesota this season. Mariners will be entertaining the Detroit Tigers the next 3 days, then a travel day and a long road trip to New York, Boston, Cleveland, and Colorado. Mariners, they're flashing back to the 50s. Saturday, May 26th, turn back the clock day when the team will don their retro Rainiers uniform. And the first 20,000 fans are going to take home a classic 50s poster, courtesy of Seattle Magazine. Get your tickets to join the Safeco Field Sock Hop at Mariners.com. I'll take a vanilla shake, please. Thank you very much.
Let's take a look at some barehanded plays. Brendan Ryan earlier in the game, tough play. You can see him catch it in the palm of his hand, and he'll get a re-grip on it. Fire it across the diamond. And then this play by Kyle Seager. Looks like he catches it basically with his index finger. You can see him re-grip it as he's coming across, get rid of it quickly. Throw out the speedy Casilla. A couple of good defensive plays by the Mariners today.
That's good work. And then he had that short hop one off the bat of Valencia, too, in the 7th inning. So 2 bare hands and then that short hop.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Top of the order, Ackley, Ryan, and Ichiro. Ryan Dunsink takes over. Left-hander.
Dustin Ackley having a good day. 1 for 2, has a triple, scored 2 runs.
Pulled off on that one, 1 and 2.
They look at the line for Nick Blackburn today. 6 innings pitched, 7 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. 97 pitches, 59 of those for strikes. He gave up the 1 home run to Mike Karp.
And it was dropped by Mauer.
And Brian Dunsink, his numbers, a 3.38 ERA. 3 holds on the year, an 0-2 record. 6 strikeouts, 3 walks. Hasn't given up a home run.
Can't say enough about the job Hector Noesi did. 1 run off 4 hits through 7 innings. Ackley holds up 2 and 2. Full count. Just battling back by Ackley. Tripled last time up. Left center field. Sent it all the way to the fence. Strikes out here. 1 out in the 7th. We'll bring up Brendan Ryan. 1 for 2 with a sac fly. Popped up. Casilla back onto the grass. 2 outs. So you think it's easy playing in a brilliant sunshiny day. Better use 2 hands like Brendan Ryan. Fought it all the way, didn't he?
Go. How about that one?
Good look.
Turning away as it's going into the glove, trying to shade the sun with his glove.
Good look at McDonald's Supermo. Ichiro today 0 for 2 with a walk, but that first at bat. Productive out as he pulled the ball to the right side with runners at first and second. First inning. Eventually scored on the 2-run double by Montero. Way outside. Reno. Back with a strike, 3-1. That's a former starter. And Ichiro's aboard. Second time he's walked today. We'll bring up DH today, Jesus Montero.
Mariners starting to mix in a few more walks. I think they had 8 walks last night, 4 now today. Helped that on base percentage.
Off by Montero. Mariners on base percentage only 290 coming into today. You pointed out the other day about the walks. Entering today, 74 walks. That's down near the bottom. Matter of fact, number 9, not totally near the bottom, but close enough.
No, but they're starting to take their walks, and that's what they need to do. Again, they had 8 yesterday, and they have 4 today. You don't think about that a lot, but it's just creating opportunities for your club to score a few more runs. And although they were up there in hits, their average was low, and it's costing them on their on-base percentage because they weren't walking. I think for a young club, if they could finish somewhere in the middle of the pack,
well, that'd be great.
That would be really good.
Montero's got an 0-2 count. Eric Wedge. Mariners trying to win 2 out of 3 here against Minnesota before the Tigers come to town. Mariners swept Detroit in the last road trip. 0-2. And Montero is gone. Tag applied by Mauer. 8th inning coming up. Mariners have a 5-1 lead.
Mariners baseball and Root Sports is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Sterling Bank. Life is about the good stuff. Your bank should be too. Visit our new website at bankwithsterling.com. You're looking at the Ballard Locks. That's how the water drops from Salmon Bay to Elliott Bay, about 12 feet, guys.
All right, good stuff. Ballard Locks. It's fascinating watching that whole operation. Got a good operation going here. Mariners lead 5-1, top of the 8th. Lucas Litke takes over. They'll face the top of the Minnesota order. Denard Span will lead it off. Last time up, Span bounced one to Ryan. Ryan made that fine bare hand throw, grab and throw to retire him and end the 5th inning. Breaking ball for strike, 0-2. Didn't like that call.
Numbers for Lucas Litke. Pitched well. 7 1/3 innings, 10 strikeouts, 5 walks. It's a little high for him. But again, for somebody coming out of Double-A, going to spring training, making this club, and being basically a situational left-hander for Eric Wedge, he's pitched well.
Way outside.
And for Hector Noesi, 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. It was a home run. 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, 105 pitches, and he worked ahead in the count all day long. It was good to see. Had really good command of his fastball today.
Stayed aggressive. Good stuff. Outside, 2-2. See Tom Wilhelmsen up. A 2-2 count here to Span. Carroll and Maurer to follow.
Took a lot off of that breaking ball, only 72 miles an hour.
Mariners play Span towards left center and shallow. So Saunders shading towards the line, as is current pitch. Slap foul. Whitke ready, 2-2. Side, full count. Randy Carroll's on deck. He's 1 for 3 today. Paid off right here. Walked him. Copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Here's Jamie Carroll, shortstop. Strike one. Span's back safely. 1-2. Hitting stars for the Mariners today. Montero with 2 RBIs, Seager with 1. Home run for Carp and a sac fly for Ryan. Some fine defensive plays behind Hector Noesi as well. One and two. Kyle Seager continues to swing a hot bat. 1 for 2 with an RBI today. Fine plays defensively. Nice short hop grab to throw out Valencia in the 7th, and great scoop on Casillas. This one popped up. Jaso has a play, and there's one out.
I think overall the Mariners have played good defense this year.
Number 5 in the American League,
and which is great. But I think if you look at the amount of range that they have some athletes out there running around. They've taken away a bunch of hits too, and I think that'll continue all summer long. Playing solid defense. Brendan Ryan at shortstop certainly helps a lot of that.
Ackley's working out quite well at second.
Some guys in the outfield that can cover some ground.
Bauer looks at pitch down low. Joe with a strikeout, ground out to second, a fly out. Fly out to center, back in the 6th. Got it up in the sun. Saunders had to shield his eyes before he made the catch. Nice play. Two-0. Strike. Two ones to count. Runner at first. Pitch. Nibbling outside. Miss. 3-1. Josh Willingham on deck. Miss. Full count now. Span at first, 1 out. Litsky, 6'4" Texan out of Brenham. 0-5 pickup from Milwaukee. 3-2. Bouncer up to Ackley, and Ryan, there's 1. Flip over to Smoke for 2. First double play turned by the Mariners. Well timed. Good job by Litke. Home 8th coming up. Seager, Jaso, and Smoke in this 5-1 Mariner lead.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
5-1. Mariners closing in on taking the rubber game in this weekend set with the Minnesota Twins. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and Root Sports crew. New pitcher for Minnesota, Jared Burton.
Hard throwing right-hander for the Twins. His record, 2.70 ERA, 10 innings pitched for him, 9 strikeouts, only 2 walks. Opponent's average is great, an 0.94 opponent's average. He's given up 2 home runs this year. And his first batter will be Kyle Seager.
Coming off a 4 RBI performance last night and continues today, both ends of the game, offensively and defensively.
Had a good series, 4 for 10. See his season batting average over 300 now.
Fly ball, center field. Drifting under to Span. 1 out. Bring up John Jaso.
Getting a chance to see John Jaso behind the dish a couple of times over the last week. I think he's looked good.
Yep. Yeah, he's good. Second time. Got a chance to catch. John's done the bulk of his work. 5 starts as a DH. Other appearances as a pinch hitter. 1. Mariners with those 3 runs in the first inning gives them 19 first inning runs. And that's a +10 differential. 19-9 are outscoring the opponents in the first inning, getting off to good starts. A lot of bulk of their scorings in the first 4 innings.
The hope is as the season moves on, they'll add on to those first 4 innings, something that they've struggled with.
Well, I'll say, look. Here's a 1-2 to Jason. First inning coming into today, 16, 11, 17, 18. Then it drops off 8, back up to 13 in the 6th, 12 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, and 8 runs in the 9th inning.
That's tough. But you have to remember, too, the other teams, they have setup men and closers also, and those guys, they get a little stingy about giving up the runs.
Jaso could not hold back. 2 outs. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Celebrate Mother's Day. Do it early this Wednesday when the first 10,000 women receive a Mariners necklace. We're going to throw in a Safeco Field diamond for you as well. So get your tickets for mom and the entire family. Do it right now. Mariners Team Store or Mariners.com.
See if Justice Smoke can add to his days. 1 for 3, had a base hit, solid base hit into right field his last time up.
It was nice to see as it broke an 0 for 10 for him. Tom Wilhelmsen in lockdown duty today.
And not a save opportunity, so Brandon Lee will get the 9th off, and it looks like Tom will come in and pitch.
Three 3-0 to Smoke.
I'd let him take a hack here if he wants to. Turn him loose. He's going to get a fastball.
He takes it for a strike, 3-1.
Mike Karp waiting on deck. Mike homered in the 2nd inning today, a solo home run.
(3-1) to Smoke. Smoke with 3 home runs on the season. The last time he went yard was on the 26th of April at Detroit. Strike 3 called. 1-2-3 inning. In the 8th to the 9th we go. Last call is Tom Wilhelmsen. The bartender's going to take over in this 5-1 Mariner lead.
To the top of the 9th inning. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Test. We have had 2 straight games. We've had fantastic outings by the starting pitcher. We're going to break it all down in the post-game show. Jen Mueller is headed inside the clubhouse to talk to some of the heroes of tonight's game. That's all coming up on Mariners post-game. Right now, we get you back upstairs to David and Mike. Guys?
Angie, thank you. Casper Wells taking over in left field for Mike Karp here in the 9th, defensive replacement. And on the mound, the bartender, Tom Wilhelmsen, after a rough outing on Friday night, is back in the saddle. A little closing time action for the big fella.
Well, it's good to see him back out onto the field, as you mentioned. Really what it came down to was a mental mistake on Tom's part. Put it behind him, let him get back out there. He's pitched great this year. See by his ERA at a 2.70.
In that game, we were talking about this yesterday, Carl Willis, when he had gone out right before, he said, don't forget, if you get a comeback, come home. Montero told him the same thing. And he said, if the ball comes back and he catches it in his glove hand.
I said the same thing. He makes the play.
Right.
No problem. But by catching it in his bare hand, I think it surprised him more than anything. Stuck his right hand out there, catches the ball barehanded. I think by him being surprised, mentally he just froze up and made a mistake. Move on.
Remember,
he's not the first guy that it's happened to. I can tell you that. Won't be the last.
As long as we're playing this game, it's guaranteed.
Good fastball. 96 miles an hour from Tom.
2-2. Mariners have done an outstanding job on Willingham. Best hitter for Minnesota. Off of Jay So's glove. Counts at 3-2. Give you an idea how good a job the Mariners have done on Willingham. 0 for 4 today and 0 for his last 14.
And nothing fancy here. That's a fastball right in the middle of the plate at 97 miles an hour, and Willingham cannot catch up to it.
1 out, brings up Ryan Doumit. 1-0 pitch, leading off the 7th against Noesi. He homered. Only Minnesota scored today. 4-run lead. You got some good gas. Use it. That's what Wilhelmsen's doing. Pitchers, Alan Wurtele, exercise specialist for the Mariners. 2-1.
Jesus Montero getting a day off from behind the plate.
Able to communicate with Nori Kawasaki. Three and one. Chris Parmelee's on deck. Well hit, right field. And Doumit's got another home run. Back-to-back at-bats, Ryan Doumit. Home runs. That's his 3rd of the season. And his 14th RBI. Turned around a 3-1 pitch.
He has been the Twins' offense today. His 3rd hit on the day is perfect. 3 for 3 with 2 home runs. Tom goes right at him with a fastball, and he hits it out of here. With that home run, Brandon Lee going to crank up his arm out of the pen. It's now a save opportunity for him.
Sounded good. Coming right off the bat. 373 feet for the home run. 5-2 ball game. 5th hit for Minnesota. Let's see. A home run that Carpet was caught. But Donald Supermo shows that not a clean effort out there, and that's 0-2.
Breaking Parmelee's bat. Go back and get a new piece of lumber.
League is up and throwing. Wilhelmsen's got an 0-2 count to Parmelee. Drop back. To the count to Parmelee. For 2 of the walk today. Center field for Saunders. Out number 2. Going to bring up Danny Valencia, the 3rd baseman. 2 outs. Top of the 9th, a 5-2 Mariner lead. Ball 1 to Danny. Danny 0 for 3. Strike 101, 86 miles an hour. On 1.
That is a good looking curveball. He doesn't get the call on it. Perfect pitch. Outside corner, right there at the knees.
Came back with it. First strike, 2-2. So Wilhelmsen putting that last chair on the table. Closing time here. A 2-2 to Valencia. Fouls it off. Two pitch coming to Valencia. Down low, full count.
Wow, another pitch right at the bottom of the strike zone.
Pay it off right here. 3-2 to Valencia. 2 out, nobody on. 5-2 Mariners. Pitch. Walked him.
Another good pitch.
Boy, not giving anything.
Oh, look at all those pitches. Every pitch he threw was a strike. He's probably wondering the same thing.
Wow. Boy, you look at the tracer and everything.
It's right there.
Right there is on top of. Man. Matsu, the hitter.
He's not going to give him a low strike. Tom's going to have to elevate the ball, something pitchers hate to do. Even the first pitch right there looked like it was a strike.
Fouled off. Runner was going. Trevor Plouffe on deck in the event that Komatsu can keep this thing going. Little League Day here. Good crowd, 23,913. On their feet right now. The 1-1. To left field, Wells is there. And last call of success. Tom Wilhelmsen gets the job done on the last call here. And the Mariners take this series. They get early offense and a fine game thrown by Hector Noesi. And another great day swinging a bat by Kyle Seager in this 5-2 win.
I see the Mariners win this series against the Twins. The Twins struggling coming into it. So